Usually we visit Pictured Rocks over Memorial Day weekend. This time we are visiting in July. Due to the limitations imposed by backcountry permits, you can only have 2 shelters per campsite, we are doing different itineraries. Andy and Doug will tackle the Lakeshore Trail, while I will spend a lot of my time in the Beaver Basin Wilderness before linking up with them. We're hoping to find campsites at Kingston Park. Kingston Lake.
State Forest Campground.
Our timing was perfect. We got the last site here at Kingston Lake. The bugs are buzzing about. Not really biting, but they're annoying, and I can't find my bug spray. So I'll just have to deal. Kingston Lake Campground proved to be a fine place to spend a lazy afternoon. And the bugs really were not all that terrible. With the mist rising off of Kingston Lake, we got ourselves ready to break camp. We were on the road around 7 a.m., and I was to be dropped off at the intersection of H58 and the road that leads to a parking lot that goes to West Beaver Lake Trail. There they go, off to Sand Point. And here I go, off to Beaver Lake, a little after 7 a.m. This is going to be not good. The bugs are fierce. Some are biting, a lot are just buzzing, but enough are biting that. Ow. I'm really going to regret not having my bug dope. Slow to remember the gear you have. At least the head net will keep them off my neck and face and head. Oh boy. Off the road, onto the trails. The Northwest Beaver Lake Trail. There are a few cars in the parking lot, and I was passed by a small family. Don't know if they're out for the day or multiple days, but their packs look big enough they could be out for a bit. Alrighty, 1.6 miles to go. Why does this feel more remote and nerve-wracking than the A100? I think I've got more steps coming.
Okay, let's do it.
I should have seen that the trail crossed over this stream. But no, I went down the White Pine Trail, probably about, well, maybe 1,000 feet. And when I realized I was getting near a road, I knew I'd made a mistake. So at least it was easy to fix. But still, I was looking down at my feet and I didn't see this coming up. This would be a very good emergency shelter. Wow. I have some views of Little Beaver Lake, but my hiking is mostly through forest, sometimes overgrown forest. If you are looking for views where you go, ooh, then hiking the Lakeshore Trail is the better choice. But if you're looking for quiet, except for sounds of nature, the Beaver Basin Wilderness is probably the better bet. I don't see it, but just over this dune is Lake Superior. I can hear the waves crashing. So, almost done. Almost done. Sure taking a while to get here. Okay, we are almost to the turn to the campground up the sandy hill. Nice to just hang out at the beach. Talked with Jerry and Sam, a couple who were out here for a few days of canoeing and hiking. You can actually canoe to Beaver Lake. Nice though, here at the shore of Lake Superior. Let's see how cold it is. What? Heat? What? Hot? Heat? Hot? Yeah, that's cold. I don't think I'll go swimming in it, but it'll certainly cool you off quick. The water over there in Beaver Creek is a lot warmer. It always seems to take longer to get things set up than it actually does. But in this case, I think it did take about 15 minutes to get the tarp and the bivvy set up the way I wanted them to be set up. I wonder if I will ever be one of those people that gets a tarp set up in way under 5 minutes. Since the weather was lovely, it hardly made a difference. But you still do wonder about these things. Okay, that was either the right amount or way too much. The dinner I'm about to make could be thought of as an omelet, or maybe it's better to think of it as a hash with dehydrated eggs, potato chips that will get crushed up and play the role of potatoes, homemade dried pesto, homemade smoked cheese, and homemade corned beef. Right. So carbohydrates. And now some of the pesto. Preparation is key in cooking, and that's especially true in outdoor cooking. In an area where I am quite sure I can improve. I am using the Firebox wood flame gas burner inside my Firebox Nano stove, but I messed up a little bit and had it set on a relatively inefficient burn pattern, which is why you see that pleasant yellow flame. But the big thing about the wood flame gas burner I really like is that the flame is very adjustable down to even very low settings. And that's what I really wanted for this cook. A gentle flame. All right, we'll let that do its thing for a little while. And hopefully I'll get to go down to the beach one more time. I wish I could show you the enjoyment I got out of eating that food creation, but I failed to record the event. Suffice it to say that it did turn out rather well. It might not win a culinary award, but it certainly hit the spot. And now, as you can see, I have indeed gotten a chance to return to the beach. Andy and Doug had no good reason to sleep in, and many good reasons to get up early. They wanted to beat the heat, beat the bugs, and perhaps most important, avoid the crowds that inevitably come to the Chapel Beach area. Some just to visit Chapel Beach, some to do the entire Chapel Beach Mosquito River loop. This is a section of trail, a little over 4 miles long, that is among the prettiest, after all.
Okay, let's do this.
The sandstone cliffs are what make Pictured Rocks so special, as they rise hundreds of feet above the waters of Lake Superior. Slept in, woke up at 7 a.m., decided it wasn't time to get up yet, especially since it was after midnight when I went to sleep. It's a good thing I'm not in a rush, because I don't think I left camp until about 11:15, maybe even a little bit later. Hopefully today, right now, I'm heading in the right direction to go to Trappers Lake, about 2 miles from here. I will probably stop at Beaver Lake for a swim. I really needed the sleep last night, so it's a good thing that today's only 2.5 miles long as far as the hiking goes. Had a wonderful fire with people last night. A family of 4 and from Wisconsin, or originally I think from Idaho and other parts. And a Yooper gal who's been here for the last few days, base camping with her friend. If the fire hadn't been going, I certainly wouldn't have stayed up till midnight. Good rip-roaring fire. Kept the bugs away, made you feel toasty warm, made it feel extra cold when you walked away, even though it actually wasn't that cold. A fine night. Oh, now that will keep the bugs away. Nice breeze. I think it's opening up. Could this mean I'm getting close to Beaver Lake? Ooh, ooh. Maybe. Yay! Ooh. This is blow your hat off wind. And whitecaps out there on Beaver Lake. I don't think I'm going swimming. Look at this. Typically on our Memorial Day trips, it's nowhere near this grown in. And of course, in the fall, it has died back a bit. The wind is picking up, but it looks like Beaver Lake was as close to that junction as I thought it was going to be. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, we'll hang out here for a little bit. When you have short hiking days, you have options. I was able to spend plenty of time here at Beaver Lake. I knew it was shallow. I did not realize it was as shallow as it was for as far out as it was. And I suspect that shallowness continued for quite a ways. So shallow, you can't really swim. Very, very warm because it's so shallow. Oh, that wind is chilly though. The bugs are back. Maybe my bug dope washed off. Or maybe it doesn't work that well. Probably somewhere between half and 2/3 of a mile to go. And then the next challenge will be finding my campsite. I imagine this must be Trapper's Lake because I'm certainly not more than a quarter of a mile away from the campsite, except that somehow I remember Trapper's Lake being more shaded. But it's a lake. It's pretty. Doesn't look quite right, but it's home for the evening, home for the night. Not quite the view from my shelter, but pretty close. Beans, dumpling-like things, probably not. veggies, other stuff. Probably not gonna look great. Hopefully it'll be appetizing. Ooh, that's hot. Trapper's Lake does have snapping turtles, but I'm pretty sure, although I thought I saw one, I actually never did. Still, a good way to end the day.